Welcome back to Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, dear friends, all things pelvic health. Today, I've decided to make a video that is actually suitable for everyone. And the reason is, in my work, I do not only treat people with pelvic floor conditions, but I also kind of do preventative work. I do get women and men coming to me and for assessment, for pelvic floor assessment, for movement and so on. And they're generally fine. They just wanted to know if there is anything wrong with their pelvic floor or if it's weaker and how they can sustain pelvic health. There are several ways we can do it. We can do our pelvic floor exercises regularly, and we can actually incorporate them into the routines that we already have. If, for example, you are doing Pilates or yoga, remember, out of 1 hour exercises, maybe 10-15 minutes through those exercises to focus also on your pelvic floor. Besides, when you do those exercises, your pelvic floor is within those exercises anyways, especially if you exercise your hips, your low back, your pelvic floor will be working out. But what about those people who maybe they don't do specific exercises that might include pelvic floor? Maybe they have a bit more sedentary lifestyle, maybe they are just runners, or maybe they're just walking and so on. They ask me, what shall I do? What exercises shall I do? Shall I do Kegels? Shall I do squeezes whilst I'm driving? And I'm usually not pro driving Kegels, let's say, contracting whenever you remember, because let's be honest, people don't remember. Let's be honest, these things get boring, and let's be honest, there is very little focus happening, kind of mind and body connection. And therefore today I will show you a small routine. It's about 10-12 minutes routine that you can do for your pelvic health, in order just to sustain your pelvic floor in a healthy way, support it in a healthy way that will not require you a lot of time. However, it will require some focus from you. And if you place it kind of in your calendar whenever it's suitable for you, morning, evening, break time, whenever, and it stay there, it can really provide you with the long-term benefits. So let's begin. When I was selecting these exercises, I was thinking not only about pelvic floor, but actually about multiple engagement of different body parts. So we can take as much body part as possible. We're not just sitting there breathing and contracting. We're actually moving because it's more functional. We function through the movement most of the time. And also I kind of changed the position, so it's not all the time the same position, either laying down or standing and so on. So our body, it's kind of adapting into different movements to use our pelvic floor. My favorite one, number one, is the bridge. We lay down onto our backs, feet parallel. We take nice deep breath in to prepare into our sides. As we breathe out, first, we start engaging the area of the pelvic floor, so we squeeze and kind of lift the anus and start to lift our pelvis vertebra by vertebra. We try to increase that pelvic floor engagement, and of course our glutes will kick in, which is fine. We breathe in and relax down. Let's go. And squeeze. If you feel like you're losing your pelvic floor somewhere on the way, you can always re-engage it when you're up. Breathe in. Shoulders relaxed. Neck relaxed and up. And here, as we breathe in and breathe out, I like to add a little bit of a heel squeeze. Especially if you do have some issues, maybe a little bit of incontinence, or you just feeling sometimes you lose urine. This is great exercise for anyone, for male, for female. The only thing, I would probably not do it in a third trimester of pregnancy because we don't want to be flat for a long time. 6. Breathe in. Make sure you're moving your spine vertebra by vertebra and not in one piece. 7. Breathe out. 8. Squeeze, engage your pelvic floor. Release. Don't forget to release. Breathe in. 9. Squeeze and lift. Breathe in, release. 10. We want to go 15 times. You can always add a little bit of hip mobility if you wish, so a bit of hip opening won't harm. Breathe in. Breathe out. 13. Let's do 2 more. 14. Breathe in. And 15. Perfect. Nice. We stay in the same position for 1 more. We place our legs in a tabletop. Now, if you feel that this is straining your abdominals and your back too much, you can always bring your legs a little bit closer. Okay, so reduce this angle here. Gently, gently press your back into the floor. We don't want this. We don't want a lot of tension. And we take a nice deep breath into the side. Try to focus on engaging our pelvic floor in this position where it's already on the stretch. On a long breath out, we touch down. Breathe in, return. Breathe out. If this version with 2 legs is not feasible, you can always place 1 leg down and do 1 leg at a time. And then switch. Let's go. 4. Nice deep breath into the sides. Engaged pelvic floor and tummy. 5. Keep your ribs down. The gap under the back doesn't change. 6. Keep your shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed, neck relaxed. If you need a pillow, feel free to get one. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 1 more each side. And relax. I did it in a fairly fast pace. You can go slower pace and you can break it in 2 sets of 8. Then you can rest a little bit and then set of 8. So we're sitting here on our knees. They go a little bit wider. Now you will see that if you can't sit fully on your knees, which I'm struggling with my left one, during the exercise, you don't have to go all the way down. You can always start kind of halfway. So here, we find our neutral, take a nice breath into our sides. And as we breathe out, we start to engage our pelvic floor. We push ourselves up and think about drawing our knees in. Okay, so we almost want to squeeze the mat with our knees. We breathe in, we let go. Breathe out, up, lift and squeeze. Breathe in and out. If you're not sure how to engage your pelvic floor, you can watch my other video, which is why Kegels are old school and what to do instead. I'm talking there about pelvic floor engagement. If you're still absolutely not sure if you're doing it correctly, you can always go and see pelvic floor physiotherapist or gynecologist who can check it for you. And 7. Nice and relaxed and engage tall. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. Squeeze, engage. And 12. Perfect. And the last exercise in our mini routine, we're going into 4-point kneeling. I'm here on my hands and legs, and I'm going to keep my back neutral, take a nice deep breath into the sides, and as I breathe out, I start with pelvic floor engagement, because later on we kind of will lose the sensation on particularly engaging the pelvic floor, which is fine, don't worry about it, it's absolutely normal. Because later on it kicks up automatically. Breathe out, in, and up. We want a bit longer breath. We want to stay in that position for a few seconds. Squeeze the glutes. And 4. I'm dropping on my left elbow. I'm kind of dog peeing position. There is no best way to describe this. Breathe out. In. Make sure your neck is nice and tall. You're not kind of losing your head wherever. Your neck follows the leg. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Let's turn around to the other side. And here I'm with my left leg. It was my right leg previously. Breathe out, drop. Breathe in. If you can feel a little bit of your pelvic floor engagement, even with this knee opening, congratulations, guys, you have strong pelvic floor. Because with the asymmetric opening is the hardest kind of position to feel pelvic floor engagement. And if your muscles are quite weak, people will struggle to feel pelvic floor engagement in this position. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. A little cat and cow stretch will never harm. Breathing in and out. Here you don't really have to engage anything, just move, enjoy the movement. Nice. And here you are, you're ready to go. So if you don't have any particular pelvic floor issues, it is always good to do some preventative exercises, some preventative pelvic floor routine to focus a little bit on your body, on your breathing, and you're ready for the day. And it will really go long way and will be a long-term investment into your pelvic health. I hope you like this routine, guys. Let me know in the comments if you tried it, if you struggled with something, if you have more questions. If you found this video useful, don't forget to press like, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you back very soon. Take care.